The strongest opposition to the pipeline is on BC's coast, and Vancouver Island is full of it. Many voters here say in the next election their ballots will be marked with Alberta oil. CTV's Scott Cunningham reports.
The Northern Gateway decision is only just sinking in.
Given what we know about climate change, building new pipelines is the most irresponsible thing we can do.
The pipeline position may still be fresh, but activists, First Nations, and many political leaders are already aiming for the Conservatives, saying at election time it will cripple them.
All voters, including voters of the current government, don't care about that. Is to say they don't care about their children, grandchildren, future generations, and I just don't believe that.
Back to the fact. But delivering the final blow to the federal Conservatives in BC may not be so easy. In 2011, BC voted 21 Conservatives into power, and many say that number will remain unchanged in 2015.
It's hard to predict what it might mean, but certainly, is it going to mean the loss of 21 seats for Mr. Harper in BC? I doubt it in the next election, but it's certainly something that could be quite an important issue here in BC next year.
If there is a battleground, it's nowhere near the pipeline. Seats could change in riding-rich areas like Vancouver and Victoria. In Ottawa, Nanaimo MP James Lunny walks the party line.
We have objectives that have to be accomplished, and the risk has been grossly inflated as far as I'm concerned of this kind of economic activity.
The Northern Gateway Pipeline.
Can a pipeline in limbo bring down a government? Crystal balls and political experts can't say for sure.
I think it's an environmental catastrophe, actually.
My feeling is no.
The only thing to bank on is the will of Canadians, and if they have enough fight to make it a killer come election day.
Scott Cunningham joins us now live. Scott, we know First Nations and environmental groups are upset in BC, but what about the greater feeling generally among Canadians?
Andrew, released today, an Angus Reid poll shows the country is split on the pipeline. A survey shows 37% think it was the right decision, 34% say it was wrong, and 29% just aren't sure. Even more interesting, Andrew, the report also found that regardless of their stance, nearly 70% of Canadians say the pipeline will be built.
Interesting. Thanks, Scott.